I found myself like overwhelmed about all the changes that my body was going through. I felt like I had no energy. My mood was always on the floor. I felt so disconnected from my husband, from my kids. I was always in a bad mood. I never was enjoying life like I used to. And the main thing here was like, oh, I was gaining weight like crazy. And my whole life I was so skinny. I will never gain weight. And my hair was falling like really bad. So I'm Yahaira. I'm a 42 years old mom of a teenager, mom of a toddler. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of two huskies also. The reason why I decided to create this channel or this family weekly blog, it is mainly to be an accountability thing for me, to make sure that I stay on track of the commitment I made with myself, with my family, with my kids. I felt like I was losing that touch with my family that I've been working so hard throughout the years. I felt like everything was falling apart in front of my eyes and I was doing nothing. I will look at my in the mirror and look at me like, what are you doing? Like, are you going to do something? And nothing will come to my mind because my mind was blank. To make the matter a little bit worse, I was seeing my mom's mental illness just take her away from me. And I'm still seeing that. And I'm still seeing that how that mental illness will take her away from this world and not in a good way. Like she will not go away of this world to live in this Disneyland world. No, she became very aggressive, very with everyone, even with me. Like she never did that. And I saw that and I was like, everything was piling up. Everything was piling up. My life, I was in autopilot all the time. My kids were living their life. My daughter will ask for my attention and I will get mad. So one day I was having a conversation with my teenager. It was, as you know, that's one day because teenagers don't talk to their parents. So this day we were talking and I felt in my heart to ask him, hey, Diego, can you tell me your best memory of your childhood? I want to know what is the best memory that you have from your childhood. And seriously, I was waiting for him to tell me, well, this vacations in Colorado, or when I got him this present, or when we went somewhere else. To my surprise, he told me that his best memory of the best memory that he has from his childhood was during Hurricane Maria. So for those of you that don't know, Puerto Rico went through a really bad hurricane in 2018, and it was really bad. Like it was horrible. We spent we spent 4 months without electricity, 3 months without water, no internet whatsoever. So we will sleep in one bedroom. We will have a generator, a very, very loud generator, like horrible loud, like horrible. And here, let me picture this picture, paint this picture to you. All my life, I grew up in a very simple I home. I didn't have anything wow. I grew up with essentially what you need to survive. Like I didn't have any special experiences, and it was my parents are very old, so it was a very old fashioned family. It was not like going in the nature, into the nature and having experiences with your parents. No, it was like the woman stayed in the house. You don't go out. The men go out, but the woman stay there. I don't know if you know what type of family that was. So when I got out of the house and I had him specifically, I made him a promise that he will never go through that, and that I will give him the life that I never had. So all my life, everything that I did was for to give him everything that I didn't have. So I gave him everything that I could. So during those 4 months, without electricity, without internet, without being able to go anywhere, I felt I was so worried. I was so anxious because I'm like, this is not the life that I wanted for my son. This is not what I want for my son. What's going on? We have to do something. A few years later, I asked him, and he tells me that that was the best memories of his life because we were always together. We will play board games. We will go out together. We would just be in the streets, just walking around, enjoying the weather. It was a cooler weather. It was October, November, December. So the holidays were very simple, family together. So those were his best memories. In that moment, I realized how much we have drifted away from that simplicity in that kind of life of family time together, being intentional to always do something as a family that doesn't involve technology or a huge planification of things or anything like that. It's just with I drifted away from that as fast as I could because I thought she was miserable. I decided that our family was going to be very intentional in spending time together and enjoying life and enjoying nature and try to live a simple life. However, I've noticed that living a simple life in day in today's day is not simple, it's very complex. So unfortunately, with everything that is going on right now in the world, with technology, with everything, all the inputs that we receive all the time, it's very complicated for us to live a simple life. So taking all that away, well, we can't take all that away, but with all that, we try our best to do that, and that's why this channel is called "Keep Your Candle Burning." God gave us the Holy Spirit to each one of us, and that lives in our hearts and in our mind. And all those distractions, it makes that fire. That fire becomes dim and more dim every time. But that doesn't mean that we don't have the power to ignite that fire every time that we want. We can ignite that fire back on and enjoy it and be, how do you say it? And be responsible on how do we take care of our bodies, of our family, and everything surrounding us, because God gave us this world to enjoy our lives. This is a gift that we have in this world. I want to make sure that my family keep that fire burning in their hearts as well. I want my two kids to always have that fire burning in their hearts and in their minds. So whenever they decide to create a family, that is the baseline. They don't go, they say, this is the least that I want in my family, that for my family. I want this or better. That's what I want. I want them to remember their childhood like my son remember Hurricane Maria, that he cherishes those times and he remembers those times with love. So, and this family weekly vlog, I believe is how you call it, I'm going to be sharing what we do as a family every week to make sure that fire is still burning. You're going to see in my house I have fireplaces everywhere or pictures of fire, because is there something I've learned in my life is that we have to be reminded, right? We have to be reminded that, because sometimes the problems take over our heads, the situations that are going on in our lives, but we have to be reminded that we are in control, that we have the Holy Spirit in our hearts, and we can ignite that fire anytime that we want. Doesn't matter how dim it is. So you are, if this message resonates with you, if you are either 40, close to 40, if you're a mom, if you're not a mom, and you feel like you're going through something like this, maybe I can help you. I can give you options. You will learn what I'm doing, and either you do it or you don't. At the very least, you learn what not to do. So my hope is to inspire you to keep that fire burning in you, in your family, in your loved one, if your loved ones, to live our life in a simple way, but enjoying this world, enjoying everything that God gave us. And sometimes the problems will take over, and that's why I did this channel, to keep me accountable, that at least once a week we have to do something for our family, as a family, and I have to do something for me as a woman over 40, because there's a lot of things going on, and that's another thing that I'm going to be talking on this channel, what I'm doing to balance all that and make sure that I'm okay also. If you have gone through all this and you have all the answers, please comment on this channel and let me know what you're doing. I am open to any suggestions that you might have, any ideas that you might have. I will take them and I will try them. We will try everything that you suggest, that it doesn't endanger any of our lives and it is not immoral. Let me know if you've gone through this and you tried something in your life and it worked, or if it didn't work. If you, like I said, if you feel the same way, consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel. Let's do this together. Let's share our journey together. Let's keep ourselves accountable, and let's make sure that we enjoy this world that God gave us. Let's make him proud. Let's do one thing in our life every week to make him proud, for our families and for us. So if you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe. And if you've stuck with me until now, thank you. Thank you for listening to thank you for listening to my story. And I hope to see you next week.